Trace Gallagher is live in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii for us this evening. Hey, Trace. Morning.
Shep, you're going to hear the Freedom Bell in the background. We're going to take you there live in a moment, but I want to give you an idea, a tour around Pearl Harbor. Some 10,000 people are expected here. This is the newest exhibit, the USS Bowfish. They call it the Pearl Harbor Avenger because it was christened on December 7th, 1942. If you look over here, there's a bit of irony in Pearl Harbor right now because you have the USS Stennis aircraft carrier. On the day of the attack 75 years ago, there were no aircraft carriers in the harbor. That was fortunate for America because if there had been, it could have changed the war. All the way across, we have the USS Missouri, where the treaty to end the war was signed. And then if you pan over just a little bit, Shep, you can see the Arizona Memorial, which is worth a closer look. Watch. Of the 8 ships that were attacked during the raid on Pearl Harbor, 6 of them were repaired and reused during World War II. Only the Oklahoma and Arizona were destroyed. The Arizona was never raised out of respect. It remains a graveyard for 1,177 Marines and sailors whose names will be forever etched in this marble wall. The memorial itself was completed in 1962, 21 years after Pearl Harbor. It's 180 feet long, but nowhere does it actually touch the wreckage, though if you look down, you can clearly see the corrosion becomes more and more apparent every year. And then there is this, 75 years later, the Arizona is still leaking oil. As many have said, it's almost as if she is still bleeding from her wounds after all this time. This is the Freedom Bell we talked about, Shep, and people are coming up and they're ringing it. And we've often compared the parallels between 9/11 and Pearl Harbor. And inside the bell, the ringer is actually made from pieces of the Twin Tower. That's how closely corroborated these two stories were. And just a few minutes ago, we saw the oldest surviving member of Pearl Harbor, 107-year-old Ray Chavez, was the first one to ring that bell. And we talked about the Arizona. Of the people who were on that ship, 5 remain. 5 men remain. 4 of them are going to be here tomorrow, and we will talk to them at some point during the day. Shep.
Trace, what's the mood like there? Is it a very somber place, reverent?
It is. I mean, when they had the Freedom Bell ceremony, it was somber, but if you look around here, I mean, this really is a commemoration and a celebration because of how it turned out in the war and just such a tribute to the people who lost their lives so many years ago. A lot of these families are local. A lot of these families are World War II veterans, and so they came here for a specific purpose, and that was to pay tribute to the men and women who lost their lives on that day. And so for them, this is cathartic, and it is also a great experience. So they're captivated, and they're enjoying this. As somber as it is, it's still for them, it is a moment of a lifetime.
Love that show and tell, Trace. That was the report of the day. I appreciate it very much.